This weekend we are exploring Georgia's oldest city, the historic city of Savannah.
This is Savannah, Georgia, and for the next 2 days, we will be exploring this historic city. And while there are many ways to take in the sights, one of the most unique attractions was cider and a horse-drawn carriage.
The riverboat cruise, nothing at all like we expected, but super fun.
The river cruise, though, did not disappoint, and afterwards we made a stop at a must-taste ice cream shop. So if you're into cobblestone streets, pastries, and maybe a trolley ride, we got you covered. Hopefully you enjoy touring Savannah with us. Is it good?
Actually it's really good. Delicious.
Our first stop is Forsyth Park Fountain. This is one of Savannah's most well-known icons, located on the north end of the park. It is over 150 years old. The fountain is not unique though, and it was actually ordered from a catalog, and similar fountains are found in New York, Peru, and France. And lastly, every St. Patrick's Day, the fountain's water is dyed green. After walking through the park and looking for lunch, we came across Betty Bombers. This was a classic American diner with World War II style theme. We love the nostalgic decorations, and the classic hamburger gained Kari's approval.
Delicious. I've got a cheeseburger, fries, and a strawberry milkshake. Water. I think you'd like this one. Okay, we were starving when we left Forsyth Park, and just walking distance, just across the street, is Betty Bombers, located inside the American Legion building, and it is delicious. Get here a little bit early before lunch because it's noon and it's packed.
Okay, so now that we left Betty Bombers, we are headed to the Forrest Gump spot where he sits on the bench and tells a story, basically for the intro and throughout the movie. I don't know if the bench is still there, but that's where we're headed after just leaving Betty Bombers.
So one cool thing about this city is it's very walkable. So there's a lot of really historic and popular places that we want to check out, and they're all within a short walking distance of each other. We've also been to a couple other Forrest Gump sites, including the one outside Monument Valley and the one where he ends his super long run that's at a lighthouse in Maine.
That theater I just showed, someone just came by and said this is the oldest theater in the United States, so now we gotta look that up.
They said this is the oldest theater in the United States, but it's one of the oldest continually operating theaters in the United States. Built in 1818. Wow.
This is it. Well, I think right behind this there used to be a bench, but it was right here. Forrest Gump was shot here on a bench behind Chippewa Square. Another spot. We gotta keep going for more Forrest Gump spots. Okay, so after leaving the Forrest Gump bench, which was really cool to see, although there's no bench, that is at the corner of Bull and Hull Street. We're now walking to a dedicated gluten-free facility. And they have macaroons, a Marche de Macarons.
Oh, it actually is a gluten-free bakery. We've never had macaroons, so I'm kind of excited to try them for the first time.
Go, 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 go. We just left the macaroon shop. It got kind of busy, so we didn't film a lot in there, but they have gluten-free cookies.
Oh no.
I was so excited. It's still held up. Some kind of ice cream stick, I don't know.
No, it's a cake pop.
Whose is this?
Your mom's.
Cake pop. It's like a sour cream pound cake.
I'm going to go with the s'mores first. What's inside of it?
No one knows.
She said jelly. Okay, let's see. I think it would be better cold, but it's like a cookie with like a custardy, but I like the little hint of chocolate. So although you can read about a lot of the historical places here in Savannah, one thing we really enjoy doing when we visit cities like this is taking a tour of some type. And the most unique and interesting one we found is a horse-drawn carriage tour that we will be heading to next to learn about some of the history and unique places of this area.
The Georgia tasting room was right next to the carriage ride, so not only can you enjoy a drink while you wait, but they allow you to bring it with you. The horses used to pull the carriages include Belgians, Percheron, and American spotted draft horses. Some of them weigh as much as a ton. The carriage tours go past many iconic landmarks, including the Savannah Theater, Colonial Park Cemetery, and many town squares. Two highlights include the Mercer Williams House, made famous by the book Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, and you view the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist, a Gothic Revival architecture building. What we enjoyed the most, though, was the slow pace, knowledgeable guide, and the beautiful scenery around every turn.
Lots of history of Savannah.
All right, we just finished our carriage tour, which honestly was extremely nice. Not only was it cool to be on a horse-drawn carriage, the tour guide was so good and he had a lot of funny, corny jokes that we enjoyed throughout it, but it is a great way to see the city. Basically, it's a really cool thing if you like history, and if you don't enjoy history...
What? I like history. I didn't pay much attention in history class, I'll be honest, so it's really cool now that I'm older to hear it and like actually be there and see where it happened. That's how I learn better.
And we have more planned for tonight with a sunset cruise. And this concludes part 1 of Tipsy Tours with Tyler and Kari. Woo!
Oh my gosh, we made it. We were down on River Street getting ready to get on this huge riverboat. We gotta find where we check in though.
Level 3 or 4, top 2 levels.
All aboard!
Okay, so you can choose the dinner cruise or you can choose the sunset cruise. If you choose dinner, you get to sit on the second deck and get dinner, but for the sunset, you can go to 3rd or 4th floor. We're going to the tip top.
This is the party floor.
Wait, you get one of those cups, a souvenir cup.
Oh, it's on board this evening. I'm back to ready to sail, but Mom does that.
Yeah,
A souvenir cup with your drink. And then it's half price if you want another one. We are on the Georgia Queen Riverboat Sunset Cruise.
The Sunset Riverboat Cruise started very relaxing and peaceful as you depart from the city of Savannah and head upriver, eating snacks and enjoying a few drinks. We were absolutely shocked though when the sun went down and the DJ cranked the music because it became a dance party for the next hour. What a crazy good time. This trip was insane. If you do anything in Savannah and you want to catch a sunset but with a party, this is it.
The riverboat cruise, nothing at all like we expected, but super fun. We probably danced the entire 2 hours.
After the sunset cruise, we walked to Leopold's ice cream shop, which has been open for over 100 years. Not only is it delicious and has a beautiful classic design, but the owner was a Hollywood film producer, hence all the movie memorabilia.
I thought it was pretty good. I like the little context. Okay, so we just left Leopold's for the second time. I tried butter pecan and pistachio, but ended up going with chocolate chip cookie dough. When you go inside, there's all these pictures and posters from movies, and there's little facts about the person who opened the ice cream shop, and he was actually a movie director, so that's why you see all these posters of movies and cool things from like different films.
Is it good?
Actually, it's really good. Delicious.
All right, everybody, today is day 2 here in Savannah, Georgia. We are just leaving our Airbnb. I just want to point out, this Airbnb has actually been great. It is downtown Savannah. You are in walking distance of everything, and it's a beautiful spot to actually stay. So aside from being right downtown, this Airbnb is perfect for walking to River Street as well, and there is the trolley stop that is close by. One last thing, unfortunately, we're here right after Hurricane Helene, so the Pirate House, which is a famous restaurant and we really wanted to go to, is still closed because they are out of power. I'm hoping it opens up tonight or tomorrow morning before we leave Savannah, but if not, that's one stop we may have to come back for in the future. Otherwise, we are walking today on day 2 towards River Street right now, with Spencer coming with us.
Oh, I bet you can buy these somewhere around here then.
Honey, you got that key?
So no, we have not done a lock on the bridge. It does say fine $50, no locks. I don't know if that's stopping people, but it'll stop us. A lot of historic steps, and I don't know if you can tell by the GoPro, but those are steep. So one thing about River Street that we're really excited to see are the cobblestone streets. We drove down here last night for our sunset cruise, but now we're getting to walk on it. So it's really cool to check out. It just adds a nice historic aspect to the town. All right, everybody, as you saw, we just walked downtown River Street, and no, we really didn't stop anywhere. There was a souvenir shop, Kari got a sweatshirt, but other than that, we got a huge breakfast, so we did not take our time to stop and eat or have a drink. We instead did it for sightseeing, saw all the cool brick buildings, the hotels they have down there, and took in some more cool sights of the river itself and the nice tugboat. So our plan now is we decided to take a trolley tour, which you apparently can hop on and off between 9 and 5 o'clock if you buy a ticket throughout the day.
We are about to board. All aboard the Old Town Trolley of Savannah. So this tour has 15 different stops, and we like it because it is narrated and you get information about each stop from your captain. And our captain today is Captain Phil.
Built in 1897. It's huge. Women's and Children's Hospital in the state of Georgia, all donated. It's been to be over 300 years old.
We got off at stop number 7 off the trolley. This is the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. We're here on a Sunday, so tour times are limited, but they are open in the afternoon. So we wanted to make sure we caught this before it closed.
The Church of St. John the Baptist became a cathedral in 1850 when the Diocese of Savannah was established with the Right Reverend Francis X. The cathedral was dedicated at this site on April 30th, 1876. And is actually the oldest cathedral in all of Savannah. Now, we did not share any photos or videos inside. Obviously, they asked that you only take photos or videos for personal use, and being a place of worship for many people, Obviously we're gonna abide by that, but I just want to say it is absolutely beautiful inside and worth checking out if you're in the area. The lady inside was so helpful in providing good information as well, so that was definitely a highlight of the trip, and I cannot recommend it enough if you're looking for interesting facts about the city and the architecture.
The others on board. Now folks, and his young son, George Washington Green.
We are headed out of Savannah today, but one thing many people mentioned when we said we were coming here to this area was that if we have time to make a stop at Tybee Island. Tybee Island is just 18 miles from Savannah. It's also home to Georgia's oldest and tallest lighthouse. So on our way out, we're gonna make a quick stop there before we wrap up our weekend in Savannah, Georgia. There are 178 steps total. It is 145 feet tall and Georgia's oldest and tallest. This is the 4th time this lighthouse has been built. First 2 were destroyed by a storm because they were built too close to the ocean, and the 3rd one was destroyed in a fire during the war. Okay, so that was the Tybee Island Lighthouse and Museum. There's some old cottages that have been restored also on the grounds that you can tour. Again, that's the oldest and tallest one here in Georgia. 178 steps to the top. The entry also gets you into the Tybee Island Museum. So we are headed to check that out next.
The Tybee Island Museum was actually quite interesting and had information about the island from when it was initially inhabited by Native Americans, discussed the Spanish explorers arriving, and how it functioned throughout the Revolutionary and Civil War. It also covers more on its modern history and its golden era in the 20s and 30s. You can also climb to the top of the old fort and view the lighthouse.
Hope you enjoyed our trip to the historic Savannah, Georgia, and we'll see you on our next adventure.